Hi there, I'm Joe Murley and I'm here to talk to you about our course, Management Standard Work. Very often companies undergo the beginnings of a lean transformation and they visit some other organizations possibly, or gain some reading material, or come to a seminar such as the one you're contemplating attending, and they start to implement some changes in their processes. And they discover they can improve productivity, they can improve quality, they can improve customer service, sometimes substantially, sometimes over a very short period of time, and it becomes pretty amazing. But the problem with that is that people sometimes feel the job is done and then they move on to other processes in a project-like mentality. And the issue that crops up is that the improvements plateau, they don't continue, and very typically, over time, they start to degrade. It's not sustainable. So we really haven't captured the essence of a lean thinking organization that's questioning every day, how did we do yesterday, where was the waste, how do we do it better today, with the customer at the center of everything. So as curiosity builds on how to do that, what people discover is that the management practices that they've used in the past just don't mesh well with a lean thinking organization. And possibly they'll go off and visit some companies and talk to the management of the companies and try to understand how they capture this elusive thing called culture. And the Gemba Walk might be something they'd see, where people walk the workplace and ask questions directly of the people doing the work. And that might remind them of something that came up 10, 20 years ago called management by walking around. And they'll go and they'll start walking around and asking questions. And to a degree that's helpful. People like that contact, they like that interest from their leadership. But there's a very specific way in which to do it that leads to an objective look at the process and a discovery of where the waste is, and a collaborative process of coming up with solutions for that waste. So in this course, what we're going to do is we're going to discover the major tools of management standard work: Gemba walks, reflection meetings, responding to an and-on call, mentoring people that report to you, strategy deployment, and others. And we're going to talk about the structure of those things, what they consist of, how they're done, how to put it together. But most importantly, we're going to talk about in practice the lean leadership behaviors in each of those elements. The behaviors and the problem-solving tools of a reflection meeting are different, although related, to those you find in a Gemba walk, where you might discover an abnormality and start to carry on a conversation with somebody doing the work. Understand that you as the leader, when you're walking the workplace, see what appears to you to be an abnormality. Those first few words that come out of your mouth as you start to talk to the people doing the work will determine whether they're sitting there waiting for you to come up with the answer to give them so they know what to do differently, or it leads to a collaborative discussion on what do they see, and an opportunity for you as a leader to build their problem-solving muscle. And at the end of the day, that becomes the leader's main task in a lean thinking organization, to continually, every day, build the problem-solving muscle, especially at the working level of the organization, but throughout. So along with that, we'll talk in depth about the problem-solving tools and methodologies utilized within each of the venues and the behaviors. We're going to do this through a discussion of how management systems came to be what they are today, and then a series of exercises and practice sessions where you'll demonstrate and see for yourself the different impact that different management approaches have and leadership techniques, and ultimately walk out with some tools that you'll be able to bring back to your own organization and start to put into practice. I hope to see you there, and we'll have some fun while we're going about it. See you soon.